Hello, RT Lovato. This will be some week 3 video feedback for you, and I'll start with the discussion on ethics and copyright first, and then I'll go into detail on your week 2 submissions, which is the mask and then the compositing. RT, better late than never, right? And I'm glad you entered the discussion. It is frustrating, this discussion, and it looks like you've been really conscientious. Whoops, that's not yours. We'll come back to that in a second here. It looks like you've been really conscientious about either creating your own imagery or finding sources or paying for it. Actually, oh my gosh, you pay for your imagery. Yeah. When someone like Jeff Koons does exactly what you've been careful not to do and makes a lot of money at it, it is frustrating. But, recognize too that he's a showman and that much of this is about drumming up publicity. And it's probably very economical. A lawsuit is probably cheaper than the cost of one of his works. Now, the other thing too is that it is a parody of postmodern design, because the Da Vinci ad is high postmodernism. It was designed in 1985. Koons' sculpture is somewhat later than that, and so it is a camp look at a already camp era of postmodernism. Then, as far as Ship and Ferry goes, what I think is that where Ferry went wrong is in destroying evidence. I don't know if you mentioned that. Or in destroying part of his process that led up to the poster. That probably would have proven that, the poster was a good ways away from the UPI photograph. But because he, I guess, got scared, he destroyed stuff that was useful in court or necessary in court. Anyway, so much for the discussion here. It's good to be conscientious of it. While we're in a school atmosphere, it's a little more forgiving. But once we enter or leave that environment or this environment, we have to be more careful. Here is your, we used to call them silhouettes. Let's see. Make it a little small here. That's the first thing I think I'm going to look at is the resolution. I don't know how large you have intended this to be, but image size, it looks like you've got it down. You have it quite large, 37 by 43 inches. That'll change, of course, when I make it the proper resolution. So it's 9 by 10 at 300. That's fine. That's good. And it looks like it's pretty crisp. Your silhouette looks really good. There's some maybe little pinholes in it along this edge here. But it's also good that you have a mask. Where is your mask? There's your mask. Is that your mask? Yes, it is, indeed. Now, that's an interesting way of doing a mask. You have filled it with white, it looks like. It's not what I would expect as a mask. This should have a chain link to a black mask. But that probably won't be difficult to change. What I do like about this also is that you've got some adjustment layers on the same file, and you have the original, which is intact. So good going on that. You've met the requirements of the rubric. RT, what I'm going to do is try to open your PDF in Illustrator, and I may get an error message if I'm missing the mask of the crystal. But I'm not. Hey, that's great. So what this shows me, or tells me, is that you know how to embed an image versus link it. And so this is a freestanding file. It doesn't rely on any external files or photos, and makes it portable. Good job. You have a layer for the crystal image, you could make this quite large too. There's no reason not to. Now, in 2.1, your mask is a little dicey, and it's difficult for me to say why. It's that you have it's like you selected the perimeter of the crystals, and then you filled it with white. Or did you, but see, this works really well, including, coming up over this looks fine. I had no problems with this at all, RT. You've got the 3 layers. This floats beautifully over the solid as well as over the vector logo. And you have a corporate palette sensitive background fill. So you've met all the requirements of the rubric. Good job. I'll leave it here. I look forward to seeing how your ads develop.